Hello, guys. Welcome to one more important episode called Love Vibrancy. Welcome to this episode. To talk about love gives us a great feeling. To discuss about love gives us a great feeling. To sit in a locations like this and to experience love gives us a great feeling. But there are only very few people who have really understood love. You need to understand love in a very different perspective, and in this today's video I am going to discuss what is love. And most of the times stories gives us a very crux of what is love, and stories make you understand the wider subject into a very little thing. That's why you see most of the storytellers give a concept while telling a story or while narrating a story. So this is also a story wherein I am trying to explain you what is love all about and what we have thinking love all these days. You need to understand what is love. So let us begin with this story and try to understand this story in a larger perspective. There was a man, okay, and he was living in Paris. This man was actually a very good scholar, and he used to tell that there is nothing called love. He used to go to communities, he used to meet people, he used to talk to his friends, family and everybody, and he used to spread this information that there is nothing called love. He used to say that love doesn't exist in this world. He used to say that love is nothing but it's a poem of a poetry. It is something which is used to manipulate the weak-minded people. It is something which is made religious in order to manipulate people and in order to control people, and it usually happens between the couple so that they can control each other. So he went on reading so many books, he went to library in order to understand love, and what he find and what he concluded that there is nothing called love in this world, and he thought of preaching the same thing to everybody. And people were actually very much impressed with the kind of reasoning he used to give for explaining the love. So he told that, the kind of reasoning he gave to people convinced most of the people. He went to people and he used to tell that love is nothing but it is like a drug, okay? And there is always an addiction for a drug, okay? And whenever the dosage of the drugs comes down, you need one more dose. There is always a recipient of the drug, the receiver of the drug and the giver of the drug. And the recipient of the drug is always in the need of the drug, and he needs this medicine in order to cure himself. He used to tell this reasoning, and the recipient of the drug has to always be dependent on the person who is the giver of the drug. Okay, so this person who is the giver of the drug can be manipulated. So he used to tell that, in a couple kind of a relationship, there are always two kinds of people who exist. One who is actually loving, okay, who is loving, and the one who is actually he doesn't love, and actually he holds the power to manipulate the other person. He used to tell that, the person who is a seeker of the love is always seeking love from the person, and he lives in a constant fear. What will happen if he leaves me? What will happen if he abandons me? And he lives in the constant fear of getting the love from this person, and who misutilizes this opportunity to give this love and pass on this love to the person who is a recipient of the love. So always in a relationship there exist two people, who is the giver of the love and who is the one who misutilizes the love in this way. So he used to tell the same thing, he used to narrate the same thing to many people, and his reasoning was very convincing to a lot of society and the people at large. Now people started believing him, and they thought that there is nothing called love, and he kept on explaining that. Also he told that he's been seeing many relationships, he's seen relationships which has been sustaining for 25 years, 30 years, 50 years, and he has been interviewing many people who had been in love relationship and who has been in a matrimony relationship or marriage kind of a relationship, and he has went and asked them and how they are being in this relationship. Are they in love or they are sustaining the relationship? So most of the time he got the answer that from these couples that they were sustaining the relationship. What do you mean by sustaining? He asked them. Sustaining is that one of the partner in the relationship was always forbeared. He had a lot of forbearance. He used to suppress his emotions. He used to suppress his fears and feelings to the other person, and the relationship continued for a long time. And because of the fear of the society, because of the fear of abandonment, and because of the fear of financial problems, social problems, and what opinions of the people and the judgment of the people, they continue to live this matrimonial life for 30, 40, 50 years. And also he gave examples of many couples who were there in the relationships. He told that people promise each other at the time of the marriage that they will stay together, but soon after a week of marriage or a month of a marriage or a year of a marriage, what will happen? There is a time when the differences arise, and whatever the promises which they have kept for themselves will be forgotten. And such people continue to live in a relationship because they have a fear of society, they have a fear of their financial problem, their fear of judgment from the people and the opinions of the people around. So they continue to live in suppression, or they endure this relationship over a period of time. So he explained this relationship to everybody, and everybody believed that there is nothing called love and everything is based on need. But now the keen thing arises, and the keen question, the important question arises between you and me. What is this love all about? The same person who was explaining about their non-existence of love was sitting one day in the riverside like this, and he saw another woman who was also sitting on the riverside, and she was crying. He went to that woman and asked her, "What is the problem? Why are you crying?" She replied that, I am actually, I want to tell you one thing. He asked, "What is the problem you are having?" She told that there is nothing called love. And now he was happy because he also got the same kind of a person, same kind of a woman who does not believe in love. He was very happy to meet such a woman, and now he embraced her and he asked her story, what happened. She narrated her story that she was married to a boy, to a man, and actually this man promised many things in the time of marriage, that he loves me and he had a lot of expectations from me, and I fulfilled all the expectations what this man had from my side. I did all my job, all my duties, and this person was always out of home and never he used to worry about me. I was staying alone for a long time, and over a period of time what happened is that he started respecting money and position more than me, and we lost all the interest in each other, we lost the respect for each other, and we came to realize and discover one day that there is nothing called love which existed between us, and he left me and I also left him. And she narrated that there is nothing, she shouted that there is nothing called love which exists in this world. And now this man became very happy. He told, yes, there is nothing called love, and he also was uttering the same thing, and these people became very good friends. Now these people met every time in the same riverside, they were discussing many things about life, and these people never had any kind of expectations from each other. They were actually enjoying the company of each other. There were no set kind of expectations, and there is no kind of jealousy among these these two people. There is no kind of, you should talk like this, you should be like this. There is no kind of control seeking. There is no kind of war situation. They were happy in the company of each other. Okay, and this relationship continued over a period of time. Whenever they used to meet in joy, they used to meet in love, and they used to meet in a kind of elevated friendship. So they enjoyed this relationship over a period of time. Once, what happened is this man was out of the city, and he was thinking of this woman, and he thought that, he got the weirdest of the idea, that he thought that he is actually in love with this woman. And he thought, I should now go and tell to this woman that I'm in love with her. And he immediately ran back to her, and she was sitting in the riverside. He expressed his feelings to her, telling that, I think I'm in love with you. And she also told that I feel that I am also in love with you. But it is not that what we felt all these days. It is not that what religion says. It is not a poetry of a poet. It is not what we thought all these days. What is there in the marriage and all. It is, love is nothing which is overflowing. It does not have expectations. It is unconditional giving. And it is unconditional giving of joy for each other, not setting any expectations for each other, liberating each other, giving freedom to each other. This is love, and I understood this over a period of time. And both stayed in love, and they used to respect each other, they used to take care of each other very well, and they have nothing expecting from each others, that she should do these things for me and he should do these things for me. They not had any set of expectations. They wanted to see each other happy, and they were happy all together. So one day he was just sleeping in the night, and his love was growing. This man's love was growing, and he saw a big star in the sky, and the star was coming from the sky so large, and this star came up down to the earth, and it became small, and you could see that he could catch this star, and this star was actually shining in his hand. so beautifully shining. He thought that this is the greatest happiness I ever had. So he went to that woman whom he loved, and he thought of handing over his happiness and keep his happiness in her hands. So as soon as he got the star in his hands, he went to that woman and gave that star to that woman, and the woman just catch hold of that star, and suddenly the star slipped out of her hand and it broke into millions of pieces. So what happened? The thing what happened is that whatever he felt that happiness was coming out of him, he now thought of holding that happiness to other person. Okay, actually the happiness was coming out of him, but as soon as he thought that he want to hold the happiness to the other person, she left the happiness which he thought she was giving, and she broke that happiness into pieces. Now he was also unhappy. So what I mean to say is that the love actually which is there is coming out of you. The happiness which is coming is coming out of you, not from the other person. So don't make other person believe that you are happy because of him or he. The happiness which is there is manifested within you. The love which is there, which is manifested within you. But as soon as you make the other person responsible for your happiness, joy or worry, then what will happen that you are giving the power of your happiness, joy and love to the other person, and it is bound that they will break your happiness. It is bound that they will break your love, and it is bound that they will break your joy. So hope you got the meaning, guys. Love is unexpected. Love has no expectation. Love is freedom. Love is, not setting any kind of rules and regulations for your partner. Love is a liberation for your partner. And the day you can understand that love is liberating, then that is the time when you fall in love. It is not which is written in the stories. It is not which is made in the marriages. It is not in the exchange of rings, or it is not in living together for a long time. Love is its own manifestation. And if you are keen in knowing how to manifest love within yourself, there is a beautiful course which I have made on love vibrancy. You need to check on this link and download this program, this course on love vibrancy, and understand how actually the feeling of love is all about and how to bring that love in your life. Thank you, guys. This is Umakant, your life coach. We'll sign off as of now and from this beautiful location, and we'll catch up in my next videos wherein I'll be talking about love. Bye, guys. Thank you.